All right, everybody, welcome back to the Golden Tee Lounge. Kevin Lindsay here. It is Thursday. It is Michelob Money Shot Thursday. It is Throwback Thursday for the daily contest. You are looking at Celtic Shores. This is a nice, wide open, green course. They can play a little bit difficult, but take a look. Just take it all in. Beautiful green grass, green rough. A lot of stuff you don't want to avoid, including these giant rock walls and water. Let's take a look at our equipment. As always, using grabber golf balls, I am using my Build-A-Bag that has my Build-A-Ball, so a custom grabber, but the same distance, backspin, curve, and lock that you would see in a typical grabber golf ball. And then I am using my Build-A-Bag that has a 9.5 degree driver, 10.5 degree driver, 3 wood, 5 wood, 6 wood, 8 wood, 3 hybrid, 5 hybrid for a low loft iron, and then 6, 8, and 9 irons with some super spin on them. So, without further ado, let's get things started. And for those of you, I know there's a few of you out there joining us from Golden Tee Fans Watch Party on Twitch, on Mixer, on YouTube as well. If you've never played Golden Tee before, you are watching a 30-year-old arcade legend, and no, that's not me, although some might say close enough. But Golden Tee, been around 30 years. This is an online commercial game mode, so the daily contest is a 24-hour contest, the same conditions. So everything you just saw on hole 1, from the winds, the pin placement, the tee box, all of that is going to be the same for 24 hours up until 1 a.m. Central Time tomorrow morning, or tonight, whichever way you want to look at it. So you have an opportunity to go out there, play as many games as you want. Your best score in that 24-hour period could potentially win you part of that prize pool, $1,525 in today's prize pool, $138 top prize. But it's also a really good teaching tool. And if you've been around for our live streams a lot, this is going to sound like a broken record, but a lot of you guys understand the importance of this. But if you've never watched a Kevin Lindsay Golden Tee live stream, well, you're missing out, because not only do I have really good games, but I also have really bad games. So the everyman feels right at home when you're watching me play some Golden Tee. Like that. That was a great shot for the first time I'm seeing this course. And in game 2, I might put it in the water on this hole. You never know. But it's a teaching tool because we have the shot feedback meter on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. So every time you hit, you're going to see the direction that you pull back and hit the trackball forward. But the good thing about what we do with the live streams is that you can watch back, whether you're watching live while playing or archiving, watching the archive video a few hours later at the bar with your friends or whoever, or you just go out after work, have a couple of cold ones, play some Golden Tee. But the nice thing is you can see the shots that I hit really well, which most likely is not going to be this par 4 right here. Already not feeling too good about it. But you can see the shots that work really well for me, and you could say, okay, Kevin pulled back the trackball to the C and then hit it out to the 3. He got a nice big C3 on that shot. That worked. Let me try that. Or Kevin tried doing a C3 and hit the side of this house, or this, big rock building, whatever we want to call this, but just call it an obstacle. And then you know to adjust. And that's exactly what I do. Is I try to play 3 to 5 games in an hour or so, and try to shoot a good score, try to give you guys a template of what you can go and attempt to follow. I'm not the best teacher in the world, and I also know, as somebody who has spent plenty of years trying to watch other people's games and mimic it, you're not going to be able to do everything the same I do. Everyone has their own way that they hit the trackball or touch it or pull it back. Some people use thumbs. I do a lot of hard-hitting shots. Adam Kramer will be the first, my marketing tag team partner will be the first to tell you he does not hit the ball hard, but he is able to hit solid shots that sometimes I can't. So, with that little tutorial, let's see if we can get around. Oh, look at that. I doubted myself, but I was able to actually get around that building. But got around the building, did not get it actually on the green. But that is quite all right. Oh. Matt from YouTube, that's actually a really great question. How many drinks can I pound in an hour? Well, I can't do it on company time here, so we are drinking nice ice cold water during our Freaky Friday or our Throwback Thursday. But it's a great question that you can answer sometime if you go to a live event and I happen to be there and have a few drinks. But oh, look at that, nice little short par 3. You will hear and see me use the 5 hybrid a lot. It is my go-to chipping club. Sometimes I use it on the fairway like it was intended, but if I put myself in sticky situations where I don't have a good shot at the green, you're going to see me break out the 5 hybrid in hopes of hitting a quick, low lofted chip that just catches the green and of course catches the hole. Hopefully, fingers crossed, don't have to worry about that, and I won't have a chance to actually show you that, but I know how I play Golden Tee, and I also know that I don't know if there's ever been a time where I have had a live stream of 3 to 5 games of Golden Tee and never had to actually chip. So, fingers crossed, we don't have to show you that here. I mean, technically I already chipped on hole 2, but nobody's really counting. Hole 6, this is a fun hole. It's a nice drivable par 4. You don't have a lot of room to work with in terms of funneling your shot through there, but any 9.5 degree driver or even a 10.5 degree driver will work. You got a little bit of a longer pin. I hope I didn't hit that too hard. Look at that. I was worried, and I'm still putting on the green for eagle. And if you don't know where... oh, my cat putter friend, whose name I can't technically, I mean, I could probably say nobody would care, but let's just call it is F that, who is the cat putter extraordinaire. Thank you for joining us, my friend. You should be seeing the comments from Twitch and YouTube and Mixer. I don't believe Facebook, actually, it does not pull in the Facebook ones, but... you could also join us on Mixer, as I mentioned, mixer.com/GoldenTee, our new channel, thanks to Mr. Andy Kuhlman, who is watching us live, our director of esports, for helping set that up. Excited to get things going on that platform as we start to do more and more of these live streams, these tutorials. You know, we've got our 6-hole previews, all the 2020 content that we've shown you so far, and of course stuff that has yet to be, you know, announced or released. All right, it is August 22nd, so we are just barely a month away from the launch of Golden Tee 2020. So on Monday, September 23rd, those operators that have purchased one-day, you know, overnight shipping for their Golden Tee 2020 updates, those locations, those operators will receive those on September 24th. So if you play Golden Tee all the time at your favorite watering hole, whether it's a Buffalo Wild Wings, like a chain restaurant, or even a mom and pop type bar or cafe, make sure that you talk to your operator, talk to the bar manager, talk to the location, put up signs, whatever you have to do. Make sure that your location is one of the locations that is paying for the, and honestly, it's pretty cheap, the overnight shipping, to make sure that on Tuesday, September 24th, you are one of the first people to play Golden Tee 20 online. Something that's new this year, which actually would probably aid a lot of you players, is there's a lot of course changes, course glitches from over the years. A lot of the old courses look a lot better than they already did. They looked great, but now they look even better. So shout out to Dan Nugent and a few of our other development team members for putting in the time and the hours to make those old courses look great. Rob Washer, you guys might have seen him if you were in Vegas. Him and Dan did a great job with that. But because there are so many course changes, we have to shut off certain features of Golden Tee 2019 a lot quicker than we normally do. And of course, as we get closer to this, you know, we'll put out a bulletin so you guys understand what's going on and operators know. But it just means that your operators need to get their Golden Tee 2020 updates in and install it even faster than normal to unlock all those exciting features that you know, the entire team has put in a lot of time and effort to make to make look good and also play really well when you guys get to play Golden Tee when it hits the streets on September 24th. Todd, Brendan, my Mr. Putter guy, thank you for that. I will talk to Adam Kramer and we'll see how we could possibly work in your cat putter for next year, my friend. Didn't come in this year, but you never know. There's a lot of fun and crazy and weird and just odd putters this year, but a lot of fun ones that it'll be exciting to see you guys play them, to purchase them, enjoy them. The sights and the sounds, they're all great. But for Brendan and JSHKDG, I wish you guys just came up with nicknames on YouTube. I feel like it would make my life a lot easier. But for those of you that are asking about the iOS app and the Android app, it is absolutely still coming, still shipping out. Technically, I guess the word shipping out is not the right one, but still coming out at the end of September in North America. In the US, don't have an actual date for you, but I promise you we are working hard on it, making a lot of changes and adjustment based on all the different betas that we are doing. It is looking better and better every time I download the update. So promise you we're not just making you guys wait because we are awful people. We're doing it because we're making a lot of tweaks in the back end, and we want to make sure the product that you guys get to put in your hands is the best that we have to offer you. So if there's time at the end of this stream, maybe not. We'll probably work on something for next week. But a lot more Golden Tee Mobile content as we get those updates coming in. And, of course, the moment that we have a launch date, we will go live from the Golden Tee Lounge. Adam and I, we will tell you all about it. We'll make sure that we plaster it in every form of social media. We will put it on every wall of every corner of every street in the world, just so you guys know that it is actually officially has a release date, and just so you guys don't feel like we're lying to you when we say Golden Tee is coming to your Android and iOS devices. I feel like I might be losing it because I think my watch is going off, but it's not. But that's all right. So Celtic Shores, now that we've gotten all the exciting 2020 news and conversations out of the way, we could focus, hopefully, a little bit more on Celtic Shores. I want to say this is from Golden Tee 2015. No, this is a 2016 or 17. There's so many courses. I think there's 81 total with the launch of Golden Tee 2020, so hard to keep track of them all. But this is always a fun course to go back to because there's a lot of elevation changes, a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? It's a tough course, but with the right equipment, you can make it pretty, not easy, but you can take a lot of the challenge out if you're using the right equipment, and you can balance out the elevation changes with the type of shots you're hitting. So, for example, hole 15, 16-mile-an-hour wind blowing to about the 839. Probably should put bite on this, but I don't want to have a long putt. I'm going to use a 10.5-degree driver, and we are just going to say, hey, this is our first time playing this look. We are just going for it. Okay, didn't really work too well. I should probably putt this, but yep. Should have just broke out the putter. That's all right. Oh, Brendan, and I hope you know that I'm just when it comes to the iOS, like all that stuff, absolutely just messing around with all of you. Of course, I make my putt after I chip in the water. Like I said, should have just stuck with the putter from the get-go, but that's quite all right. Hole 16 is a very challenging hole at first glance. There's a lot to take in here, a lot of rough, a lot of hills, a lot of obstacles, and also a lot of water. Not to mention this 17-mile-an-hour wind. So there's a couple different spots you can go here. With this strong of a wind, you could honestly probably high tee a driver and do a spinny A1. So spinny A1 is when you pull the trackball back to the A and hit it out to the 1 while the trackball's still moving. It helps give you, or at least gives you the feel of having a bit extra power. So that might be an option that we use. The typical layup spot is a high tee driver to the top of this hill, and you can kind of see in the top-down view, there's a little bit of dead grass area. That's kind of Jim Zielinski's, subtle way to just say, hey, this is a good layup spot. that is an also good option. And when the wind is not 17 miles an hour, this little strip right here, if the wind was blowing in your face, like straight back in our face, we could land at the end of that strip and then crush a driver to at least have a long distance chance at eagle. So for the sake of not screwing up on game one, we're just going to high tee this driver. Pretty simple. The one thing that makes this shot a little bit more challenging than trying to go to the left is that, yes, we have a 17 mile an hour wind at our back, but we also have this huge elevation change. So that is why I'm clubbing all the way down to the 3-wood, because I am just being safe. And that actually worked out pretty well. And even that, look at that. I clubbed down to the 3-wood and hit that pretty soft, and even still ended up getting a little extra kick from that wind. So, not a big deal. We were able to actually make a chip for once. And not a bad start so far to Celtic as we go to hole 17. Really quick, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Joe Massara, who plays the daily contest more than he would like to admit, and then more than I could probably admit to you all, but has a 32 under with 149,000 great shot points. So, Joe Massara is a monster when it comes to daily contests, and he is one of those guys that takes full advantage of the 24-hour contest, plays many, many times to get those shots locked in. And we'll have to share a video of the way he plays or have him stream for us, because some of the shots that he hits, even in most players' wildest, craziest, drunkest days, would never ever try some of the stuff that he does. And not only does he try it, but he tries it, does it well, and that's why he has a 32 under on a 28 par course. So, when you see those top scores, you can go to Golden Tee TV's YouTube or our channel. There's a lot of videos and tutorials that show these guys playing these crazy skills and these ridiculous shots at live tournaments, at the World Championship. We saw a lot of that, and we're just going to start bringing you even more of that. So get ready as we start to expand our live streaming content and schedule some of this stuff out. It's going to be intense. It's going to be mind-blowing, honestly, and it'll be fun. But 32 under in first, 2 30 unders, 3 29s, and then a handful of 28. So there's a little bit of a trickier setup, but not the end of the world. I'm shooting 22, and I've made a few mistakes here and there. So I think for games 2 and 3, we could be pretty well off if we just get the shots down right. Also, Todd, thank you for the shout out for the player name. I got to give Michelob Ultra some love. Also, if you have yet to play our money shot contest, it is Michelob Money Shot Thursday, and I'm just going to say, we are no longer friends if you do not play some money shot after today's daily contest video. $2,285 in the prize pool, $571 top prize. Okay, so all it takes, you get 3 shots every game you play. Even for the most novice player, you have a chance of walking up to the game, swiping a card or signing in, however you want to do it, and potentially win $571 just for the cost of $1. So if you have yet to get out there and play, make sure you do. If we've got some time after this stream, we'll play a couple of shots just to throw it out there for you so you guys can see the setup and the look. This is a tricky hole because it's down 7, left 7, and a 14-mile-an-hour wind. Let's see, this, I was kind of worried that was gonna roll over the cup, so I kind of just said, whoop, let's just throw it out there and see what happens. But hey, we made the putt. Anytime you have a down putt that is 5 degrees or greater, one of the tricks that a lot of the pros taught me is that if you pull the trackball back to the right and kind of spin it, supposedly it slows down the mechanism in the trackball enough to help stop some of those rollovers. And I have seen it work in a lot of cases. So that's your little pro tip, is pull the trackball back to the sea when putting down-sloped putts, just to potentially knock off some of that speed. And then we have hole 18. Let's just take another look. Let's just take the long, slow look at 18. So here, if you want to play it safe, you could do this, and it looks great. But this is the daily contest. We're trying to shoot good scores, get you part of that prize pool. We're paying 300 spots in the daily contest and money shot, as always. So we are going to move our tee box to the back left corner. We're going to high tee it. I'm going to pull this all the way out to the sea, and it's going to sound crazy, but I'm pretty much going to hit that straight because I want the pull back. It's going to hit I'm going to hit the ball out just ever so slightly, and that wind is going to push against our pullback. It's kind of confusing, so why don't we just do it? Wow, that was... Actually, if this goes in the hole, we might just go home. It's actually the shot that I was looking for. I did not expect it to come off so cleanly, but I threaded a lot of needles there. You guys watch. We were threading needles. But now I got a chance at eagle. But what I'm going to do, really quickly, I actually really like that shot, so we are going to send that to YouTube just so we can get, we want to get the players out there so they can see it. But I got to clean this up a little bit. As much as I love you guys having my phone number, I made that mistake one time of accidentally not blurring that out. And although most of you guys actually behaved very well, there's some of you out there that as much as I love you guys, don't trust as far as I could throw. So we'll send that shot out to YouTube. We'll get that on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook so you guys can see that shot out there. So if you're having struggles with hole 18, you can kind of use that shot from YouTube as a guide of what you could potentially hit. Look at that. Already got the notification from text message saying, hey, your shot is uploading, is ready to go. Look at that, Michelob money shot taking all the top records because nobody's played Celtic Shores on this course. Hey, really quickly while we're waiting, for those of you that have been asking about it, look at Golden Tee Mobile. Again, this is development, so what you see now might not be the same when it comes out, but look at that, it is still live and well. It's a real functioning app, so I promise you we're not lying to you when we say we are working on it. I'm going to change up my golfer. We need Mark Stenmark to look just a bit better. And actually, you know what? Nothing looks better than this dog costume with some elephant shoes. And let's put on one of our fancy new hats we just won. Look at that. World champion Mark Stenmark in a dog outfit with some elephant shoes and a money shot hat. Shout out to Shane McMahon. Only a few of you will get that reference, but that's okay. Do we think we get John Daly to do a daily contest stream? It would actually be fun to do that. We've actually talked about it. There is some really fun stuff that we are working with John Daly on in the hopper. Ugh, that would have been so good if that just went in. But can't give that stuff away. My job does not allow me to spill the beans on some really good stuff, because believe me, there's a lot of good stuff that we're working on between myself, Adam Kramer, Andy Kuhlman. Like, there's so many good opportunities and fun valued stuff. Like, promise you, the Michelob money shot Thursday $1,000 added to the money shot is fun and exciting, and it's great, and we love Michelob for their partnership. But stuff like that is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of some of the fun stuff that we have planned, with Michelob and other partners and streaming partners and all kinds of stuff. Had a different shot, a different approach here at hole 2. Still got great shot points, so at least I know on one hole that I actually am a decent Golden Tee player. Brendan just found out that you can watch live on YouTube with a bigger screen. Hell yeah, is actually right. That's hilarious. Yes, sometimes it is hard to see in this our stream screen, as I'm pointing to, that you really can't see. It's what you're watching. Is still a work in progress. So there will be some adjustments. We'll put more information on there. I want to include the golfer and the golf clubs and the golf ball that I'm using, just so you guys have a better way of knowing that information. I'm not sure how this shot's going to go. We ended up in the bunker the first game, so I'm going to pull this shot back to the A, and I'm going to hit it straight. We're going to try to thread needles like we did in that previous... on our previous game on hole 18. Let's see if we can make some magic happen. Well, it was actually impressive. I talked up how hard the shot was, and it was actually very easy. So let's take a look at the replay here. So it's not necessarily a full putt. It probably could be, it could be a full shot where you just pull the A and hit it straight. I was so nervous about hitting that wall, but look at that, 25-foot putt in for eagle versus a 40-yard chip or whatever I had from the sand. So we figured out the shot on hole 2. This is a work in progress for all of us. Because again, when I come into the lounge to start playing Golden Tee, I have not yet seen the setup. I have not seen the wins, the pins, the tee boxes, none of that. I've seen none of that. So when you see me hit the water or hit awful chips, like that is raw, I'd say raw talent, but that is raw. Like it's my first time, well now second time seeing the setup on this contest. So we've learned a few things. We know the shot on hole 2. We know the shot on hole 18. Or excuse me, on hole 3 and hole 18. Nice little shot there. Actually, a lot closer than I expected. We're going to put some bite on this because there is a very slight elevation change, so we don't want to kick back too much. Oh, look at that. That is actually a thing of beauty. I'm going to take the great shot points from that. For my cat putter friend and Brendan and a few others, if you guys have not done so, whether you're on Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, or anything, wherever you're watching, make sure that you're either following our social channel or subscribed, especially with all the loads of Golden Tee 2020 content we have coming up, you know, on YouTube and those channels specifically. You guys need to be getting the notifications. Oh man, my heart almost broke because I hit that thinking, if I remember this fringe correctly, this gets a nice good kick, and I'm thinking, come on, this needs to go in the hole. So not a hole in one, but that was one heck of a tee shot. What is that, 3 out of 6 holes we got great shot points? Michael Cannon, my dear friend with probably the best looking hair in Golden Tee tournament history. I'm still the people's champ. Let's not get this mixed up, but the Michelob money shot is a shout out to our friends at Michelob for Thursday. So I will always be the people's champ in your heart, and I'm glad for that, but I will always be the people's champ when it comes to Golden Tee. Whew. I'm actually feeling really good about this contest. Problem is, when I shoot so good in game 1, 2, or 3, and then I go to play more golf, usually, just like in real life when I used to play Golden Tee for money before I started here, I think, okay, I know the shots. I can hit even better shots. I can play better. I can do this, that, and the other. And then maybe 1 or 2 games at work, but then it just falls apart. So we're gonna keep focus on game 2 here. We're gonna rock this out, and then we're gonna see how much better we can get for games 3 and 4 and possibly 5 if we've got time. Perfect example here, if you're just joining us or didn't catch it from before, anytime you have a down 5 putt, you're going to want to pull the trackball back to the C. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but this right here is the C. You're going to pull it back to the C, and then you're going to pull back again, and then you're going to putt. I'm not an engineer, I'm not a technical guy, I'm not sure how or why it works, but, excuse me, it does slow the trackball down just enough to really help with those down 5 or worse slopes, because that is when you see a lot of rollovers. Again, it also depends on the type of golf ball you're using, but just always pull those down putts back to the C just to be safe. Taking a look at the live wire leaderboard, no scoring changes there, but it is what, 5 o'clock, so it's almost quitting time at most places, so you'll start to see more players out and about for getting off of work, having a cold drink. Do we have super spin? Yes, we've got super spin wedges. So I'm going to high tee a driver, and we're going to just try something here. All right, so I don't want to go in the sand. That's actually perfect. Probably could have used a little bit farther to the right, but we got these super spin wedges. Although I'm not going to get as much backspin from the rough, but I just wanted to see if there was an opportunity to potentially get an extra stroke here, gain a stroke, because with certain setups on that hole, you can actually get on the green and putt or get close enough to chip from the fringe. Not going to be the case today, but look at that. We've got, we figured out the shot on hole 3, so we are now 14 after 9. So let's see if we can continue that out for the rest of this game. This hole, always use a big spinny C3, especially with that wind behind your back. You want to avoid the sand trap in that low area of the green, or excuse me, of the fairway. And then this gives you just a nice little, well, in my case, a 3 hybrid shot towards the green. Slight elevation change, it's up a little bit, so that's why I use the 3 hybrid, because my backspin's gonna hit the green and kick up a bit more because the elevation change is going up. Q, thank you for joining us, White Trash Gaming on YouTube. Q is probably one of the first people to ever stream Golden Tee back in the day, so shout out to him. And shout out to this, I was going to say shout out to this hole-in-one, but didn't make it work. All right, it's been too long since we have hit a shot that was worthy of great shot points, so we are going to do just that right now. And by just right now, I mean next hole. But hey, for a par 4, it's always nice. For a drivable par 4, it's always good. It always feels really nice to have a 30-foot putt and making that eagle putt. Hole 13 is a tricky hole. There's a couple different layup spots. You can go over here and have a pretty straight look at the hole. What I did last time and what I'm going to do again is just play it very soft driver, end up in the middle of this grassy, area, but you're going to be far enough away from the sand traps you do not have to worry about falling into them. And then I'm just going to take an 8-wood. It's going to carry right over those little hills and have a nice little putt in for birdie. Almost pushed that out too far to the right, but we're better than that. This is going to be the good game that we shoot that you guys are going to go look back on and go, wow, Kevin did a great job there. All right, last time we tried a 3 hybrid with bite, but it was too far back, so I'm going to try a low 6-wood with bite. I'm going to push it out, so I'm not going to pull back. Let's just see if we can get a nice little ace here. All right, so not a nice little ace, but when you have a low T6 wood with that bite and the amount of green that we have, the space we have, you get a nice little trajectory roll, which is what I was looking for. 12-foot putt for birdie is not bad at all. All right. Same thing as before. We used the 10.5 degree driver. We hit it naked, as they say, with no spin, no backspin, no roll, none of that. We're going to see if we can make that happen again. So that is the shot. So the first time I hit it out too far to the right, it caught the fringe. I chipped it in the water, blah, blah, blah. That was game 1. Nobody cares about it. The important thing is that we just hit a 10.5 degree driver on an elevated green, and that ball just slid right up to the hole for what? I think a 12-foot putt for eagle. So the scoring opportunity is definitely there on that hole, but also this course. With that 17-mile-an-hour wind, this is going to be our safest bet for what we're doing here. Last time I hit a 3-wood with bite, and I still hit it a little too hard, so I'm going to hit a 3-wood with backspin. Even though I'm coming out of the heavy rough, I still will get at least a little stoppage, a little kick, if that even touches the green. Okay. So it touched the green, did not get the drop I wanted it. This is actually, I don't know why, but when green slopes are ever so slightly tilted to the right, my right, I have bad times with those chips. I know this is left one, and I'm actually very good with this. That's great, actually. Well, nothing better than talking about how confident you are in your chipping ability and then absolutely just blowing the chip. That's Kevin Lindsay's Golden Tee Golf for you. All right, last time on hole 17, par 3, 14-mile-an-hour wind blowing at the 2.5, 2 o'clock, down 7, left 7, and a huge, and I say huge, I mean a huge elevation change. So I'm actually going to go 1 click left. I'm going to pull this back straight, and I'm just going to hit it straight, and I'm going to let the wind and the elevation change just handle everything. Could probably have pushed it out to the right a little bit more and hit it a little bit shorter, but up 10 green means nothing when you are a simple 19-foot putt away for birdie. Hole 18. Tough hole here. You could lay up there and take a birdie if you want. And it's actually still a pretty tough layup. Let's take a look at that again. If you decide to play in the fairway and try to play it safe, you're still dealing with a 12-mile-an-hour wind blowing in your face with a down and a right slope. I hit a high-teed 5-wood from this back left corner. I sent the shot to YouTube, so in case I don't hit it again here, I pulled the shot out to the seat, and I barely hit it to the right. And I threaded more needles than I ever should have threaded with this hole, but I made a nice putt for eagle. So we are going to try to do the same. I threaded less needles that time because I was so worried about screwing it up. So we might have a little chip here if that even stays on. Or we're going to have a difficult putt. All right, difficult putt it is. Come on, really? Really, Golden Tee team? We were so close to the fringe. We should have just called it fringe, made me happy. All right, this is going to be one heck of a putt, but we're going to make it. Dang it. All right. So 26, we're starting to get there. We're starting to build up. Still 2 strokes off of par. A lot of great shot points on the first 6 holes, but nothing after that. So this is game 2 we just finished up. We're going to play one more game before I have to step away because it might be hard to believe, but I actually have something to do after work tonight. So no late night lounging for me tonight, but we're going to play this last game. We're going to take our 24 to a 26 to a 28 or better. We got the Here Comes the Money hat with Mark Stenmark, our world champion, in a dog suit. That was really weird. We're going to pretend like that didn't happen. Not sure what I did there, but important thing is that we are going to hit a shot that's going to give us some great shot points. I hope. Oh, look at that. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. So, we're not YouTubing that because it was not worth it. Actually, Dave & Buster's special was on Wednesday, so I did go to Dave & Buster's yesterday. But hey, look at this. 6-iron with bite, with super spin, a little bit extra kick, a pretty perfect balance in between backspin and bite. And look at that. We're just starting things off right. I should start a live poll that says how many holes until Kevin screws up this good game. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate the kudos there. Let's see if we can follow it up. Again, this is going to be a different shot than games 1 and 2. Look at that, but hey, stop. Good ball. Still got some great shot points. If we could just great shot points every hole, I would feel accomplished. Because I don't know, I'm sure it's been done. But I don't know if it's been done in the social media era. Alright, we figured out the shot. It is a pull to C, hit it straight, avoid the house, hit a hole in one. I still hit it out too far to the left because I'm so nervous about hitting that darn house or building, whatever you want to call it. It's actually a little bit longer of a putt than last time. And to the shock of absolutely nobody, I hole out on 1 and then I screw up hole 3. So we are now back to par pace. I'm sure I will ace one of these holes because I think that's what happened before. One of my live streams, I holed out, screwed up and lost a stroke, and then holed out again, which just really takes a toll at your Golden Tee pride. Let's just be real honest with each other. That's all right, though. We're still on pace, Paul. 2 Pauls, back-to-back Paul posts. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate the shout-out. I'm just a guy who plays Golden Tee. And, oh, too far back. Also, if you guys play Golden Tee and stream, whether it's on your home edition, at your favorite Buffalo Wild Wings or other location, make sure Golden Tee, go to Golden Tee Fan, the Facebook group, and put it in the comments and let us know, because we're looking, as we start to do more and more content, you know, myself and Adam, we can't do it all. Oh, come on, give me great shot points. Give me great shot points. Yes! That was a really awful shot that went really well, and I'm so going to take credit for that being the plan. Shout out to the rough on hole 6, just being like my Rodman with the assist right there. But if you stream Golden Tee or you record Golden Tee or whatever you do, go to Golden Tee Fans Facebook group, comment. I have a post on there from my personal page. A lot of people already chime in with the type of equipment they use, all that. We'd love to have more people to feature in our live streams and on Golden Tee social media. So please feel free to chime into that group. Tell your friends. If you guys need help or recommendations on streaming gear, myself, Richard King, a few other people could help you. 6 feet, I knew it. That was 6 feet, no shot points, which breaks my heart. But that's okay. It's all right. We're still making up for some things. Also, this weekend, the Evansville Open, Power Events 4th National Tour of the Year, Evansville, Indiana. Our first time down there. Nothing like getting... Thank you, 128 is all I will say. But getting 120 doesn't matter. Oh, come on. Where's the left on that green? That should have been in for eagle. All right, well, that was not on me, but that's okay. But this weekend, Power Events 4th National Tour. Unfortunately, my best friend is getting married, so I cannot be there this weekend. But Power Events, Richard King, Golden Tee TV, Mark Mucklowitz, The Mouth. A lot of people will be out there. I think there's 80 plus people signed up for the event. I'll be providing live photos and videos and coverage. Jackie, the general manager from the location, who has been, very great to work with so far. She's going to be taking photos and videos of everything going on. We'll be sharing it, all the content that you guys are sharing as well. We'll be sharing stuff all weekend long. Make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer at Golden Tee. Made it pretty easy across the board. But we'll have all kinds of content. Of course, we'll have some Golden Tee mobile stuff coming out this weekend as well. Just a few more teasers, nothing crazy, but just to whet your appetite when it comes to Golden Tee Golf on your mobile devices. And then we'll throw in some sweet Golden Tee 2020 stuff in there as well. Could this go in? Nope, it can't. Stop. Nope, okay. All right, got the eagle chip in. And for those of you who have never been to a national tournament event before, these are all walk up. Feel free to sign up. You get you a custom player card. But if you walk up and sign in with Power Events and Steve Sobel and Paige Gossett and Russ Late and all those guys, we'll make sure to get you a custom Evansville Open player card after the fact. Everything is a walk-up. There's closest to the pin and money shot contest on Thursday, a handicap contest to potentially win your entry into the Saturday main event, 5-course qualifier, so 5 out of the 7 2019 courses. And then, of course, the top 32 players will be put in the gold bracket for the championship. Everyone else will be seated in the silver bracket. For of course, the silver bracket championship, this course still has some money in it, but it is a great time. If you've never been to a tournament, it's a wonderful learning experience. Actually, just in St. Louis a few months ago, I met a lot of players, a lot of you that have been watching our live streams. I'll tell you what, I enjoy all of you, but it is so weird to walk into a bar knowing a lot of people there and having like 5 to 10 random new people that I'm just meeting come up to me and say, "Oh wait, you're Kevin Lindsay, the guy who does the Golden Tee streams. Like, you've taught me a lot." And I'm like flabbergasted, because that is awesome and I love it. And the more streams we do and the more tournaments and locations we go to, the more I want to meet all you guys. So Make sure you're tuned into GoldenTee.com or Power Events website at pgttour.com. We got the Club Lucky TOC 11 coming up in October, so you can go to clubluckygroup.com or clubluckygroup.org, I believe, to see their schedule and how to play in their tournament. There's just so much good, fun Golden Tee community stuff going on. That should have been a hole-in-one. But there's a lot going on, a lot to keep up with. I can't be everywhere at once, as much as I wish I could just be like, poof, here's more Kevins. But can't always be that way. So, but again, love to meet more of you guys as we start to go to these locations. Oh, come on. I just needed a little bit more. A little bit more, and that could have been a nice par 4 hole-in-one. And of course, as always, it's pretty easy to come across my Instagram, Twitter, or my Facebook. Send me a message. Send the Golden Tee Golf page a message. If you guys have any questions about the live streams, about the daily contest, about events, about tournaments, you know, if you want questions on how to hit a certain shot, we are here for you guys. So whatever we can help you with, absolutely happy to do so. I hit the trackball on that completely. So this is not going to go well. We're going to be chipping. And by chipping, I mean probably hitting over some water. Oh, that's even better. Okay, I gotta say, for a birdie chip out of the rough, it was actually not too bad. So we're not going to get that good score and I was hoping for. A couple of misfires here, but let's see if we can get a par 3 hole-in-one to close out this game. That would be actually pretty sweet. That looks good. Oh, that down 9, left 5 slope is just a killer. Yeah, Q said it best. You know, even if you don't think you're a good enough player, you're gonna at least, if you are a 10 to 15 handicap or even a 10 to 20 cap or 10 to 20 scoring range, I promise you, I guarantee you, if you hang out with some of these top players, a lot of these guys are very friendly, warm, happy to meet you, share a drink or two or a few with you, show you some of these shots, show you some of the trick shots that even I can't pull off or some of the shortcuts that I don't even know about. But honestly, you will probably go to your local bar or local Golden Tee cabinet knowing some shots that are going to get you 3 or 4 strokes better each game, if not more. And just make sure, if you can't be there, if you physically can't be down in southern Indiana, make sure you're tuned in to GoldenTee.com, also GoldenTee.tv for a lot of the live streaming for this weekend's event. All right, this is it. I got to get out of here. I got some stuff I got to do, got to be somewhere. This is it. Hole 18, we hit a really good shot earlier, which I sent to YouTube, and I will share on Golden Tee's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Golden Tee, so you guys have an idea. We're going to hit a full shot here, so we are going to pull back to the C. So pull it back to the C down here, and then we are going to hit it ever so slightly to the right of the 2. So we don't want to hit it dead straight because we'll probably hit those rocks. But the hope is we pull out to the C, we hit it a hair left, or excuse me, a hair right of the rocks, and that ball is just going to travel. Let's see if I can make this work. Nope. That ball is just going to travel around these rocks, catch the green, and there's like a 5% chance this goes in the hole. See, now I put the pressure on myself. Yep, put the pressure on myself, and I screwed it up. So, awful tee shot there. I just needs to go in the water. Let's see if we can use the 3 hybrid, a rare 3 hybrid chip that I don't normally hit. Woo, that came out hot. Should have stuck with my old rusty trusty 5 hybrid. But look at that. Here's an opportunity to watch me chip from the 5 hybrid. All right, so bad end there. Put too much pressure on myself. So I will share that video to our social media channels so you can see the correct way to hit hole 18 and hopefully be putting in for eagle. So, Super Score 2012 Freaky Friday contest tomorrow. We will definitely see you back for that. Probably early afternoon, maybe 2 to 3 o'clock. We'll post on social media, let you guys know when we have a better idea of that. But also, Michelob Money Shot. So, actually, you know what? I've got a few minutes. Michelob Money Shot. $1,000 sponsored in the Thursday Money Shot contest for the next month and a half. let's just play one more round just for fun. Go to golf online for prizes, money shot, play 1 or 6 games. If you pay for 6 games or try to play 6 games, you actually pay for 5 and get one for free. Pro tip out there for you. But $1,000 added every Thursday for Michelob Money Shot. Top prize is $571.25. $2,285 in the prize pool today. So a huge prize pool and a very, very fun shot to go off of. Like, this is Laurel Park, I believe 7 or 8, but this actually has a second green. I don't know if we can see it. I don't remember where it's at, but I do know for a fact, this is where I wish I was in development so I could show you guys, but I do know for a fact that this hole has a second green. So you, if you play enough games, may potentially see this setup here, but also a completely different green that is still technically part of hole 8. So it adds to the fun and the challenge of Money Shot. But let's see if we can get a good shot that I have to tell our ITNet guys to cancel. All right, no good shots for me, but it's $1 for 3 shots, $5 for 6, basically 18 shots, whatever works for you, but $571 top prize. We pay 300 spots, $2,285 in the prize pool. We pay very deep. Again, Michelob Ultra sponsored Money Shot for the Thursday Money Shot contest. You've got until 1 a.m., so you got 7 hours and 32 minutes and some change left to get out there and play for both the daily contest and Money Shot. So until next time, I'm Kevin Lindsay from the Golden Tee Lounge. Have a happy, fun, safe Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow.